Okay, this morning we have a project. It's going to be one of two projects for this customer. These 8111s, what we're going to do is do a full recraft. I believe he bought these used, and he wants to replace the footbed so that he has a footbed that molds to his foot. He wants the 100 sole with a leather midsole, a one-piece leather heel stack, brass screws. And he wanted the welt to be the same width as what is on the boots originally. So we're using a narrower welt, and yeah, we're gonna replace everything. So everything's gonna be a brand new. When we take everything apart, it's just gonna be a shell. It's gonna be the upper only. Basically, I'll be able to see right through it, and everything else is gonna be replaced. So it should be fun. You know, we've done these a few times, and you know, they always come out looking really, really nice. So they'll be like a brand new boot for the guy. So let's get started. Heel gone. Some people think, well, why do you go through all the whole process of, you know, doing everything like one at a time? You're just gonna replace everything. It's always good to remove everything as if you're gonna resole, even though you're taking everything out. Makes everything easier when you're putting it back together. Apparently I have a ghost in here. Something fell. But yeah. Besides, you know, sometimes when you're trying to like skip a part, sometimes you do damage that you don't want to do. So it's not like it takes a great deal more time. You can kind of see that these are well loved. This is what's called your heel rand. And you can kind of see if we were gonna do just like a basic resole. Or not basic, but you know, just a normal resole instead of replacing everything, that all this would have to be re-glued to be reattached. So that's why it's always really important that when you take your boots to a cobbler that they replace the fork. You know, not only did you see what cut was worn before, but if you just throw cork on top of old cork like that, you'll feel that underneath your foot, and it won't feel nice. You'll feel like you have bumps and everything in there. So anyway. Really cool. Now what we're doing is lifting up these tack nails for the heel. Because this is a 270 welt. There's nails that go all the way through and get tacked to the inside of the leather footbed. Ta-da! Very well used. Alright, so what I was talking about with being able to see right through with the being a shell. So I'm going to remove the gemming here, take out all these tack nails. This gemming, when they put it on, they use staples that tear apart your hands. That's always not the fun part when you're removing this. You want to make sure you're doing kind of on the delicate side, because you don't want to tear anything. You know what? Let me get this. Little tags will tear you apart too. There's still at least something in there. There we go. Yeah, sometimes they get snuck in with the liner. You can see, You have your upper leather, you have your liner. Right there is your heel counter. Where do we go? Right there. There we go. And they really snuck them in there. Sometimes they're incognito. Your boot's been worn for a while. Here you are. Got another one somewhere. Bring it up. Alright, so we got our insoles. What we're going to do now is trim them up a little bit on the machine. Bevel the edge so you don't have a sharp edge when he stands on it. It doesn't feel the edging. And then we're gonna put the gemming and tack them in so we can shape it to the boot. All right. Go through. And this will remove the lip. So you have a nice beveled edge on the side and it's not something that'll poke into the foot or anything like that. Just like that. This will be the time too when I make a new leather heel seat. That way we can shape it specifically for this heel. I mean, it'll be the same as, you know, this one. But as you can see, this has been kind of molded and pushed down, so we want one that fits directly to this one, so it's customized for him. So now we have the footbeds all cut out, beveled, trimmed, all that good stuff. We have our gumming. So what we're gonna do, and something that Red Wings, as you know, is notorious for, is the gumming coming away. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue this down for the 270, and then after the glue is set and we have this in here, we're going to go through and we're going to stitch it down, reinforce it. That way the gumming doesn't come away from the footbed. You won't have to worry about that. So even if the glue fails a little bit, the stitching will still be there, and it won't come apart, so it'll be good to go. All right, so we're going to do that next, and then I'll show you how we stitch it on. All right. Okay, so we have our beds, have our post machine here. Perfect. Simple as that. All stitched down. And then we'll make sure to hammer down the stitches and everything like that. Cool beans. All stitched down. We'll pull these threads from this side to that side so that there's no loose threads or anything like that. Everything will be glued down, and then these are now ready to be welted on and put onto the boot. Alright, so I wanted to show you. You got it tacked in, and then these here, what I do is I go through and basically tie like a little piece of thread all the way around, so this keeps the upper in place while I put the welt on. That way, while I'm doing the welt, the leather doesn't shift and move around and then things become uneven. So this kind of holds things in place. It's kind of like when they put in the staples from the upper to the gemming, you know, the ones that I kind of pulled out. So this is my version of that, and it's hand friendly, so you know, you don't like cut your hand open with staples and everything. It doesn't really bother them because they just do it on a machine, but you know, we do it by hand. So I'm gonna start here and go all the way around, and then as I go, I'll be removing the, you know, the threads to kind of go. So looking pretty good so far. All right, So we got the cork filled in, we got the shank that's underneath there. Welt on. Everything's looking really nice. Now we're gonna add the midsole. Run this on the 5-in-1 here. Good. Nice. All right. Bolt is on there good. Got a nice toe spring shape. Everything's looking good. All right. So now we'll just trim this up and stitch this down, and then we'll put the 100 sole on this. We'll get this started as we're doing the other one. All right, we got the midsole on. Now we're going to stitch. Very good. Okay. So we pull the threads in from the top side so that you don't have any loose threads on the top and it looks cleaner. That's what I like to do at least. Now we got the boot, we got the sole. I like to line it up like this. Put it on like that. Perfect. All right. We're gonna put this on the press and then let this sit overnight along with the other one. Looks really nice, doesn't it? And then tomorrow we'll be able to do the rest. But it's good to let it sit overnight so the glue cures all the way, everything dries. And then that way when you sand down, you don't have any separation. You get a really strong bond. All right, well, we'll see you tomorrow. Overnight, glue is cured. They're nice and solid now. Don't have to worry about them coming apart, delaminating at all. So with this type of sole, I go a little bit slow. When I cut, because I want it to be as close to perfect as possible for sanding purposes. Because this type of sole, with it being solid rubber, when you have the abrasion on the sandpaper, it creates heat. And heat can, too much of it, cause the sole to separate. And that's the last thing you want. You don't want to go through all this work and let stuff sit just to have it come off again. Or come off. So, not too bad. So we got the sole on. The customer wanted just one layer of leather on the heel stack. Everything's all trimmed up. So now we're gonna nail in our heel stack. Just like that. Oops. Get some glue. All right. That one is heating up. We already got some glue. Ding. We got the nails in there. You gotta punch them down. Very cool. Okay, we got another pair done. I think these turned out pretty nice. So he wanted new footbeds because they were bought used. So everything's new. New leather footbed, new heel seat, new welts, new gemming, 100 sole with the leather midsole, and we have one stack heel, just one stack with the heel cream stitching, which, you know, doesn't get any better than that. Brass screws, everything. He wants to do the conditioning on the upper, so we're gonna leave that alone. Let's grab the other one. So same thing. New leather inside, and you can see that where the stitches are there a little bit, kind of faintly. So the gemming is now stitched down, and won't have to worry about separation on the gemming, which is one of the notorious things with Red Wings, but now it's all set. Now these boots can form to his feet and basically make him his own, so they're good to go. And we have one more pair that we're going to be doing. Not doing a video of it, but it's the same thing. Yeah, a little sneak peek. So we're getting the welt on that. Oh, and that's the other thing. He doesn't like the wide welting, so we did a narrower welting, so it matches more with what the Red Wings are made with. So I guess we're all set. We're going to be finishing up these boots this weekend, and then these are going to be going out to him at the end of next week, so he'll be a happy camper.